My name is Jeremy Searle, and I'm the host of this, our daily internet video news and views show about the city of Montreal. And today I'm going to be addressing the subject of cleanliness, or rather lack of cleanliness, in our city. Recently, Montreal Mayor Charles Tremblay has announced a new cleanliness program to clean up our city using new money from the provincial government, and the question needs to be posed as to whether this will be effective. Unfortunately, most of us would agree that there is just too much litter and garbage on our streets and sidewalks, whether it be newspapers, candy wrappers, coffee cups, or all the other sorts of junk that we find littering our streets. And the question has to be asked, why is it there? It's not good enough to invoke the traditional rites of spring argument by which the garbage miraculously appears from under the snow when the thaw comes. Because, of course, for it to be there in the first place, people have had to have tossed it on the ground. Why do they do that? Well, let's look at the video footage behind me. This is a stroll a few days ago along busy Coquinage Avenue in the Coquinage sector of Montreal, where we passed by restaurants, cafes, commerce of all sorts, lots of people on the sidewalk. It's very difficult to spot a garbage bin. And two garbage bins, frankly, on 6 blocks of busy commercial street will not fulfill the role of keeping the street clean. Because unfortunately, a lot of people are just a little bit lazy and won't go that extra mile. You and I like to think, certainly myself, are going to take that garbage home, but it doesn't work that way for everybody. And the role of the municipal administration is to provide the infrastructure, in this case garbage cans, to let people be good citizens without too much trouble. Now, this problem is compounded by the fact that for many years the Montreal Public Works Department has had a policy of removing the garbage bins from the streets and parks throughout the winter months, as if everybody disappears, hibernates, stays indoors for the winter. There are a lot of people on the streets, there are a lot of people in the parks year-round. So, I would invite Mayor Charles Tremblay, if he wants his cleanliness program to work, to invest in the infrastructure, get the thousands of extra bins out there, keep them on the streets year-round, and have them emptied as often as necessary. In the neighborhood where I live, we do have two garbage bins on a 5-block stretch of commercial streets, but they're only emptied twice a week, and they're currently overflowing with filth. Get the bins in, empty them as often as possible, and then I think we will start to get the problem resolved. And for you, the viewer and participant in our show today, I'm going to invite you, when you're walking around the streets, take note. See if you find bins where you think they should be. If not, perhaps you consider getting in touch with your municipal representatives and let them know how you feel about this. Do we prefer to have the infrastructure in place, or do we prefer to have money spent on advertising, public awareness campaigns, and attractive outfits for young people asking you to be nice downtown on the commercial streets? Do we want to have what appears to be a pre-election campaign paid for from our tax dollars to talk about cleanliness, or do we want these actual steps taken to bring it about? I think most of us would prefer the latter.